Hello! Like I threatened, you're not getting out of another week's stream. However, to be completely honest, I will. This stream will probably be pretty short because here's kind of the situation. So, today, my cousin's dogs were unsupervised. Now, when I say dogs, you might imagine, I don't know, a couple of pinchers? Are those the like, tiny, uh, whatever? Like, you might be imagining, like, some apartment dogs or something else. Or, like I said, tiny. No. I want to make it clear that, where do I... Is it in here? Yep. There we go. That I fully mean and intend to say a like pack of 6 dogs, 2 of which are large size. One of them I think is something like a alligator. Poor thing. I'll talk about her. I I don't know. I want to talk about her so much. Because honestly, I discovered that I really fucking like Malinois. Now, I sadly will never, or, well, I'm unlikely to be the person to properly be able to care for one. But in Romania we have a saying. It says, you lose some, you don't win some. Anyways, so, and the other one is just like this huge fucking fluffer. He's adorable. Anyways, like, I basically had to make my way over and move them in like batches so they can, like, they have an enclosure where they can like do the do, and yeah, it took a hot minute. Now, honestly, I initially was quite braggadocious. Is that the proper word to use here? Whatever. I was quite confident that I would actually like be able to not even have to tell y'all like, hey, we're delaying today's stream, because I thought that I was going to wake up early and I was going to have the dogs like finished by well, technically it's like walking them, I guess, um by like 10, right? Because the whole thing would take like 2 hours. Problem is, last night's sleep, not so fucking good. Why, you ask? Well, you see, I think I mentioned before that I basically have my own version of a period where when the air starts going colder, I just start getting nosebleeds. And I've tried, believe you me, I have tried. Like, I've gone to ear, nose, throat doctors um, so much to try and, get that shit fixed. Nothing's worked so far. I even had him cauterized chemically. But yeah, so, but even then, normally, I like, it starts at some point where I sleep on my back, because that's how I sleep most of the night. However, I sometimes don't. Sometimes I sleep on my stomach. And last night, I literally pulled my face up from a puddle of my own blood, which is a very funny sentence to say when I'm just starting the game. I should really just take a page out of women's books and just get myself tampons and just like shove them in my nose before I go to sleep. Uh, Wonder how well that would go. But regardless, and because of that, I kind of slept in, and then I was groggy all morning, and I was slow, and yeah, suffice to say, I only got around to leaving around like 10, and then on my way back I also had to do some shopping and all that. That's how one ends up with this fucked up schedule. Hopefully this will be the last fucking week where something happens. I had forgotten we were freezing our asses off last time. Did. um Furthermore, or to make things even funnier, I actually... Bring, please. Um, nope, it ain't working. Actually, I don't think there's any other news. But yeah, so that's kind of the situation that I'm in now. The thing is, considering all this, and mind you, like, all I've had to eat so far today has been like a fucking piece of toast with you know, cottage cheese and like some thin slices of salami. Which do I have? Yeah, I have enough gears, but I also know that that won't stay on top of the stack too long because of some change or other. Either it's probably me failing to add a mod and we're just back to vanilla. But regardless, yeah, we are not like swimming in gears like we used to. Anyways, so as I was saying, oh yeah, no, that's the thing. I'm actually alright. I'm more thirsty than hungry, but because I also have to stream, I'm having takeout today. I haven't had pizza in a while, so I'm gonna get some of that. But that's also going to be kind of like a ending point, I guess, an ending like a due date. I don't even finish. Whatever. Point is, once my food gets here, which should probably give us like an hour and a half to 2 hours of stuff, I will be hopping off because, I mean, look, it was fun. I think 2 streams ago when I did that. But I do actually think it is like at least mildly gross to be all like clonk 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 and also, you know, in y'all's ears. And besides, I just want to peacefully enjoy my stuff. I need to figure out something to. Ooh, wait, aged logs. I don't have these. What could I use them for? I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, one with cheese, and a large soda. I have never had like that line available for me to read and everything and anything, but I do like. I don't know. I guess the best way to put it, I do like trying my voice acting chops. It's not even acting really, it's just voice mimicry. But you get the point. But yeah. No, I just ordered a really fucking spicy by butthole pizza. It's not the actual name, but yeah. Well, maybe it gets here earlier, and I'm gonna just keep going for, but at least a while longer, until it gets I get too fucking hungry. But regardless, so you know, like I said, my cuz has like a handful of dogs, and a lot of them are generally sweet. Like there's a couple of them that are kind of cuckoo, but none of them are like actually problematic. However, her brother has, well, it's technically her brother's dog, which is, she looks like an alligator, but I'm not fully certain. I think she's just a mix, or she's another form of Malinois. I don't know. But point is, I mean, I did that last stream, or like 2 streams ago. I don't want to do it again. Dude, I had to take pause because I saw a car that I'm not too familiar with, and I was like, no, it's like I literally just ordered food and then started the stream. I was taken aback, like, are they actually getting, ooh, you are a very big oak. But yeah, I like took pause just to be, because I was thinking here like, oh shit, did they actually fucking get here already? Because that would be quite funny. Where's my home? Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce? What the fuck? When did I take damage from? Okay, so it's that way. Wow, I am far from home. And freezing. One of these seems like it might be a bigger problem. Oh, yeah. Oh, this would be the second Christmas on this series. That's definitely something. Oh, fuck, I'm soaked. I mean, it can't get any worse than this, right? And it would be... Oh, shit. I need to prep the Christmas one-shot as well. People don't really watch those, but I also think it's kind of like a bit of a funny tradition to just get my mates to do. You know, get whatever people are willing to engage in public embarrassment and just do it. Yeah. Ain't that lovely? We did start late last year, if I recall correctly. Why the fuck it? No. Hey. Oh, for fuck's sake. But yeah. But I was saying about Cuz's dog. Now, the thing is, right, the poor thing is just piss fucking terrified. Like, I get there, right? And, yeah, not necessarily. And, you know, I'm making my way up to the house because I need to set, like, part of the dogs free. And she's in her kennel, right? And she's fucking losing her mind. Like, she's snarling. She's literally foaming at the mouth. There's, like, drool falling out of it. Like, she's full, like, teeth bared. And, you know, I'm like... Because I don't know, like... I genuinely am normally stressed by dogs. But honestly, it's more so with like dogs that might be aggressive and not showing it, I guess. But with her, I guess I'm also kind of done. And I'm just like snarking at her, just passing. And, you know, I walk up to the kennel because I need to open the door. And I'm talking to this dog that's literally going crazy. And like while I'm talking, I'm also working on the gate, and she just like realizes that, oh shit, wait, there might actually stop being fucking fence between me and this guy, and I might actually have to put my money where my mouth is. Oh fuck, oh shit. And she just like calms down so nicely and just god damn it. Man, I haven't had luck with meteorites in this game anymore. But yeah, so she just kind of like calms down and like she goes into her what's it called? Her doghouse, and like literally just holds up in there and doesn't leave until I, you know, walk reasonably far away. Now the thing is, she doesn't ever get like as angry except when like one time she was trying to like actually approach me, and I'm trying to, you know, like beckon her, like, you know, here doggy, and because I tried that, you know, because I want the dog to see like hey, this guy isn't going to like skin me and wear me as a coat, so I don't have any reason to be this fucking stressed. And because like the other dog, right, who is a huge fucking boy, is literally just like leaning against the fence, just like letting me screech him. The only reason I'm not letting him out is because I know that as soon as I let him out of the enclosure, he is just going to be like glued to my side and not actually doing his business. And also because I was explicitly told not to, you know, they need to be within the enclosure to do their business. But that's besides the point. The point is, dog. And like, she is looking at me, just giving this big fluffer just the screeches of his life. He's just like literally having the time of his life. And she wants to, like, she also wants the physical affection, right? She clearly, like, wants to also get screeches and pats and get told she's a good girl, and I'm like backing her over, and she is like coming my way, and like tail is tucked like straight between her legs. She is fucking shaking. Wait, are these like different concentrations? No, they're all rich, like that rich. And just like she was shaking. Like, she was snarling at me, clearly, like, highly aggressive, but it was all just based on the fact that she was piss fucking terrified. And, yeah, I felt, kind of bad for the poor thing. You know? Alright, now we are going to need to warm ourselves up. A process that I have no idea... What should I even do with this? I'm just gonna turn on the heat. But yeah. And yeah, it was kind of sad because again, like, when the dog's also fucking terrified, I'm a bit oh, you bitch. I'm a bit concerned that she might turn aggro. Like, I don't want to get bitten. No, it's not. I mean, it technically is visually bugged, but it's actually because of this. So, huge stomach, you know, as you can see, it like increases my maximum saturation. And the bar alternates between showing me the default saturation versus the upgraded saturation. But yeah. Also, how the hell do cats even get fat? Okay, I'd need like a lot more chromium sulfate. Anyways, we are home. And I think I gotta focus on like just fixing minor stuff. Like, for example, you know, finally clearing out the roof because there's a cypress log. There's a cypress tree right here. Okay, I think... No, I'm not warm enough. I'm gonna just sit next to the fire. But, yeah. Man, I can't wait because I'm gonna be honest. I love those fucking dogs, but holy fucking shit. There's like a room in the house. I know that there are regions in China where they get eaten, and there's even like traditions where they're basically actively tortured, stuff like pelted with rocks and shit. But I do think it's stupid, because like, listen, I find that very often, you know, the way that a lot of vegans go about you know, arguing in favor of veganism is just kind of fucking daft. And part of the reason for that is the argument for the argument, one of the arguments used is that you know, oh well, why don't you eat like cats and dogs? And that's, I mean, again, not all vegans. Like, I do fully believe that most vegans are just fellas. You know, they're just dudes and gals who, for one of multiple reasons, choose to not eat animal meat. You know. Oh shit! Is this full? God damn. Well, I mean, we're gonna be making a ton of bricks, so might as well get started now. And then I'm gonna need to clear this out. Anyways, the thing with that's actually kind of funny. It is stupid, but it is funny. Though, honestly, from what I've heard, vegans tend to actually be pretty nutritionally aware. Now, obviously, there's going to be assholes who are outliers and, ruin the fun for everyone. But at the same time, the same is true of basically everything. I mean, there's a reason why gamer is basically a slur nowadays, right? Because no matter how you want to cut it, there are, like, Andy Pans gaming in this world. There are people who just are kind of shit cunts, you know? Um, what the fuck? Hold on. There we go. And the same is true of vegans. Like, most vegans, the worst you can accuse them of is just kind of ignorantly, there is a word, perpetuating, their, well, I guess, ideals. Because, you'll often hear the notion that, like, oh yeah, it's perfectly, like, safe and, just like eating meat to, have, like, vegan protein, which is just not true. It is more difficult to have a, okay, that's one of those questions, like, that's a valid question if it's, like, for an obvious, for something where the answer is kind of obvious what they mean. But if it's like chicken pot, let's say chicken pot pie, right? Let's not take soup. Let's take pies because that's the first thing that came to mind. Um, why the ever living fuck would getting, like, just what could the author mean by this? You know, like, because, like, what part of the pie do you want, like, kept? Like, do you have chicken pot pie without the chicken? Now that's, a certain question, specific question that, suddenly, oh yeah, though it still wouldn't be vegan because it does use cream. Uh, but, like, chicken noodle soup, for example, but vegan, is like, what? What are you talking about, Jesse? You know, there's a because there's, like, a spectrum to, quote unquote, stupid questions. There's, like, questions that are, quote unquote, stupid because, okay, yeah, the answer is obvious to people who are, aware about it. But then there's also questions that are stupid because the answer is just like, there is no logical answer to that. And, questions like, what, I just mentioned very much fall into the latter category. Yeah, that's a mood. Honestly, I think most, chefs, would empathize. But I'm not a chef. And besides, you then have the, like, weirdos who kind of seem to get a kick out of, asking, what's it called, for modifications. There's also those kinds of people, and I don't much like them. Basically just making things difficult for the sake of being difficult. I think this axe is enough to chop everything down here. Oh, also, wow, I was right in the spot. Well, time to break in the, steel axe. Man, I'm kind of feeling the warmth the character would be feeling. Or I'm deluding myself into thinking that... What even was I trying to do? Alrighty. Let's do some maths. Okay, what could I do with these? Can I? Nope. No, I cannot. I'm gonna just gotta go throw them away. Yeah. Let's just make... Let's just make these first. Okay, what's the recipe? Because I am not remembering. It's literally just the other way. Alright. You know, if anyone wants to, like, make a compilation of me just eating myself off my building, honestly, you have so much material to work with. What the? Oh. Must be the type of person to like, oh shit. No, my glass. Okay, I'm gonna need to actually... I'm gonna need to do a bit of chiseling here. Okay, let's break all these down. Probably don't have enough what's it called? Cypress to cover back up, but won't stop me from trying. So I'm gonna need to... I mean, if I hear bun, I immediately assume it's some form of, well, bun. Okay, let's see how this is panning out. Let's make the other... There we go. Alright, now for this. I don't quite like this. What to do? Hold on 1 second. Yes, I have, but sadly not as an adult. Could I maybe use these? These could work. Maybe a bit of a stretch. Yeah, let's try it. What do I have to lose? No. Oh wait, no, never mind. All right. I think it looks all right. Please. Yeah, so I haven't really traveled outside of Romania in my time. Um, Farthest I've gone has been what's it called? Um, oh, what's it fucking called? Turkey and Greece, which, if my understanding is correct, aren't even too unique for like holiday spots for Romanians. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Hmm. My game is also snagging a fair bit, which I don't really understand why, but I'm gonna be honest, I can't be fucked to care. Was this my bow? I mean, they're all my bows, technically speaking, but you get what I mean. Alright. I think I'll go to sleep, though I will turn on the figurative. Well, not figurative, actually, literal heat. Mm. This is a recipe for catching a fucking cold. Am I seriously? Okay. I'm curious how much longer. Not much. To level up. Survival. I really want to reach one of these two. Though I don't really understand why you would choose this over this. Like, what, a bright area around with a light level of 10. That's pretty good, and you can upgrade it twice. Thrice, sorry. Whereas here, increase the brightness up to 6 times, but if you're in pitch black, like, it maybe works like above ground, but above ground, honestly, darkness isn't that much of a problem, nor do you really need your offhand, which would normally be where you hold your light source, that, I guess, readily? Alright, let's see, what are we working with here? Because I'm genuinely, like, not remembering much of what I have here. By the way, since you mentioned cold, what's the temperature over there? Because here we have a pretty decent, like, 8 degrees. You know, it's like, it could be way worse. Hmm. 16 Celsius, right? So that's pretty nice. Ooh, wait. Let's get making some glass, because we are going to need it for the greenhouse. That's nice. Oh wait, we have it. I see. I have a actual fair chunk of stuff. Anyways. Let me just grab the lantern. Oh, it's already February. We're nearly through with winter. Okay, I doubt we're ever going to actually have problems with this area. I am unarmed. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Yeah, I can imagine. No, I often make the joke, because, like, people, like, for example, even now, I often... Both, actually. So, culturally, I would definitely say we tend to be very Slavic, very, you know, hot pelmeni and some kvass drive around in part bus. Um, it's, I think, something like 60 to 80% a Romance language. And the rest of it is, what's it called? Um, and there are, like, Slavic influences. But for the most part, because, like, a lot of Romanians understand, what's it called? Like, French, Italian, those other Romance languages, we understand them much more easily, you know? So, yeah. But Romania as a country, mostly we are a, like, historically we are Latin, but, like I said, culturally we do have a pretty fucking strong Slavic influence. Because you kind of can't not have that when you're surrounded by Slavs, you know? Am I getting? No, I'm not getting seeds. Good. But yeah. Honestly, I think of Romanian. No, we are pretty close to Russia. Like, for example, Republica Moldova is only technically separate from Romania in many, many, many aspects. Like, there is a reason why they're seen as, in some way, as basically our little brothers and sisters. And they're close enough that Russian culture still is an active presence in their culture, like, today. You know, because the thing is, communism really fucked us over by just being so fucking shit. But no, seriously, so communism was like a strong influence here, which couldn't happen without also a geographical proximity to Russia. So it's not even wrong to make that assumption. It's just that, you know, we really fucking hate the Russian influence in Romania. Which kind of, you know, you kind of can't say it doesn't make sense. These are all so fucking hydrated. I am proud of them. But yeah. What do you mean? Yes, I am making a greenhouse. Finally. I want to make it pretty. I'd really love to be able to use, like, copper, uh... Wait, can I support the... What the fuck? Huh? Oh! Let's see, I think something like green would look really good, so maybe maple. In Romania, no, I don't think you can well, this is gonna need to be corrected. But I don't think you're gonna find a Romanian in, modern Romania who, like, is actually able to speak Russian. What little Russian I know is because in high school I had a couple close friends who were from Republica Moldova. English is far more prevalent, though that I'm using that, like, turn of phrase very lightly, because a lot of people will tell you how they're, like, pretty good in speak English. Those people are fucking liars and they're going to hell. Like, and to be honest, it pisses me off because, in my opinion, Romanian is great as a language to learn or to speak it, most foreign languages quite easily. And I don't necessarily mean grammatically, so much as I mean just with how you actually say shit. And it's such a waste when people can't even, like, they're barely literate in English. There's people whom I do give a pass to, like, for example, since there's Hungarians who already speak two languages, both Hungarian and Romanian, so that's like a different thing. But when you have Romanians who only ever seem to know Romanian, and then they're also claim to be able to speak English, but their English is just call it clumsy and leave it there. It just annoys me. Meanwhile, like, here's the thing. Romanian as a language has this really cool advantage wherein you can just so easily have acquired the skills to just read shit right. Because you have, in general, I've noticed that you kind of have two schools of speech, which are, I don't even know what it's called, but basically languages that sound the way that they're written, which is what Romanian falls into. Like, if you have the letter B, it will only ever be read as B. Meanwhile, if you have, like, the only times there's a change from how something is read is when you have a couple, like, composite sounds. Like, CE is not read as que, it's read as che. Honestly, if I were to make a guess, no, I'd assume that Vietnamese quite frequently speak English, unless there's, like, some cool lore that, like, after the war, because of the whole bullshit, everyone was like, yeah, no, fuck that language and fuck those guys. But otherwise, bad dog. Otherwise, I can't imagine what else you'd speak. Because I gotta be honest, I'm very bad with geography. So, like, you're saying, like, oh my god, I'm, like, so bad with geography. Like, I thought that Romania was close to Russia. Is maybe unintentionally question mark, just such a fucking flex on me. It's like, oh, you at least, know the area. I mean, yeah, the same is true with Romania. I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot to go grab my fucking lantern. So the stereotype, broadly speaking, is that you have the people from East Romania who speak. I'm gonna try to do an accent that I'm not familiar with. But practicam așa sună ei când vorbe. No, I can't do it. But in essence, they tend to speak fast and with a lot like of closed kind of sounds, a lot of sh's. Meanwhile, we have the stereotypical like northwestern Romanian dialect, which is, aside from the fact that we use no as a what's it called, interjection, whatever, you get the idea. Aside from that, we are stereotyped as being very slow speakers. And just in general, I think I mentioned this before, but yeah. And the point that I'm making is, as a Northwesterner, as a Transylvanian, I noticed there's a lot of like just accents that we just end up not understanding. Oh, right, it's at the greenhouse. I should just leave these. Okay. Because I kind of can't see. Nah, don't worry about it. If anything, I'm the one cursed to be cancelled. But yeah. And there is a stereotype that you can't really understand what he's trying to say. And it's sometimes because of the accent, it's sometimes because of regionalisms. Okay, that word got weird on me really fast. Wait, do I have some gold somewhere? No. I should really be looking for gold. Holy shit. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's palpable how all the excitement today is getting to... Oh shit. I just realized that I yawned. No, I didn't, like... It's not so much that, I haven't slept, as it is the fact that I just, like, suddenly got cozy and my blood sugar's, like, in the dumps. That's the actual problem, not lack of sleep. Because in general, I do tend to sleep something to the effect of 6 to 8 hours a night. I just want to fill up on quartz. But yeah, if you're asking, however, about my, like, record for not sleeping, it's not even a night. What am I talking about? The longest I haven't slept was, like, being awake into the small hours of the morning. When I've had some friends over for a party. It was very fun. 'Cause, like, I wanted to show them Alien Isolation, which is a game that still manages to, like, to this day, manages to actually be kind of too tense and stressful, too scary for me. Yeah. I mean, you've heard what other people have said. They find my streams just relaxing. Yeah, I think it's only natural. But yeah. It was very funny. Also, not helping myself because I'm remembering being like horribly fucking tired and just waiting to go to sleep. Which obviously is in turn making me, you know, struggle to keep awares. The fuck did I break? Well, no matter. Primarily, I think. Hold on, I need to scratch. You know, fun fact, when I do know that I'm not really supposed to be tired, but I still feel tired, it's often a problem of hydration. Like, I start drinking water, and all of a sudden, oh shit, my energy was actually far more normal than I expected. But that's not always the case. Man, I can't find any silver here. Ugh. By the way, I realize I haven't mentioned this. If you find that my voice sounds rather weird, there is an explanation to that, and I mean, you would need a certain kind of humor to appreciate it. Basically, I think I mentioned this before that like there is a part of my nose that just gets so thrilled when honestly anything that requires. Oh fuck! I'm actually I actually fell asleep for a second there, like while talking. Well, not fell asleep, but you know what it's like when you kind of doze off. Oh shit! That's my food. BRB. Alright. My apologies. There we go. So, good news is the fact that the intercom started ringing actually worked pretty well to knock me out of the stupor. So, here's how we're gonna be going. I'm gonna, at the very least, keep going until I fill up my inventory with quartz. Then, I'm gonna take it and just cook it into, at least set up one, like, big stack of quartz. That really jolts me awake. And the funny thing is, right, I don't know why this... It annoys me so much when it happens, because I, like, am aware that I'm slowly dozing off, but I can't do shit about it on my own. I need an external, basically kicking the nards to get me moving. And the funniest thing is, or worst part, if you think about it logically, this shit happens would happen to me like during lectures. And even sometimes, not labs, because those I'm actually like doing shit and I'm on my feet. But it would happen during both lectures and seminars, and courses and seminars, I should say. And it's so fucking annoying, because, like, I'm here, I'm trying to, you know, like, get me an education, and my body's just going, there at the edge of the world, and I'm fucking fighting for my life. And also, there is really no way that anyone can, or at least I don't think, I've never figured out a way to have someone actually intentionally help me. You know, because, like, how the fuck do you do it? Like, unless they are destroyed. Like, the teacher is literally the only person who can get me out of that by accidentally, like, or maybe not. Maybe they do notice me dozing off and they try to, like, knock me awake by, you know, asking something. And it's not like I'm scared of getting, like, a bad grade or some shit, because, in at least in my college, and I think that is true of a lot of colleges, courses are primarily just so, you know, where you learn shit. So it's absurd to actually grade someone negatively for that. But it's also embarrassing to, like, get asked and, you know, turn out that you were sleeping. So that jolt would, like, knock me. It literally caused my body to spike adrenaline and knock me back into consciousness. And while funny, it... Oh, that's a raccoon. While also kind of funny, it sucks so much that I wasn't able to, you know, actually do it to myself. Because, you know... you know... But, yeah, so here we currently have me profiting off of a, such a spike from the food having arrived. I'm literally looking at the street in front of me, and somehow didn't manage to see it because of, like, how hard I was flagging. This shit sucks. You know, I thought for a second there, that's why I paused. I thought for a second there I was hearing, like, blocks breaking without me intervening, which there is nothing that should be doing that in this game. Not even, like, among the mods that I have installed. So it put a bit of fear in me. But, well, it just kind of stopped, and it was probably nothing. But it actually makes me think, it actually reminds me, people have some people have taken to, like, complaining about the Minecraft creeper, and it's some of the fucking worst, I'm gonna be honest, mid-wittery that I've ever seen. Because here's the thing, right? It's fine to not find the creeper enjoyable, but the terminology that people use just fucking goes to show how they're literally goddamn sheep that just imitate what they heard Jeb say without actually understanding, you know, any theory behind it. Because Jeb said, oh, well, we don't like creepers because nowadays we think that, you know, the player dying should be their fault. And from that, now, I'm gonna be honest, if Jeb actually does think that this applies to the creeper, then he's an idiot too. Because here's the thing. The player's fault for dying isn't and should never... Oh, flipped. Should never be because, or should never be considered, basically, the player chose death. Like, that's not what that means. Player's fault for dying should mean that it is preventable to die from certain sources. Now, depending on design intent and a few other factors, as well as, you know, personal bias, it may be reasonable, more or less reasonable, to expect players to face certain threats and subvert them. Like, for example, if you, like, let's say there's a 2-second, like, sound cue, right? Just, I don't know, one note that just goes ding, and when you hear that, you need to move in a very specific, like, pattern of movement in order to avoid being just instantly destroyed, no matter, like, your armor or anything. Like, yeah, that's not fun. That's bad design. Even though there is technically counterplay to it, that counterplay is unreasonable for a common threat in anything but a rage game. However, this is to say, the argument of creepers is just like, yeah, they basically like fucking kills you. Oh, I know I did mark this meteor. That's fun. The general argument is that, like, oh yeah, well, creepers approach you stealthily and then they just explode and you can't do anything about it. And for one, that's not true, actually. Creepers do make sounds when they walk. It's just that they're quote-unquote generic sounds. And I'm gonna be honest, if you're a single player and you don't hear, like, steps, even assuming, right, that you don't know it's creepers, but you hear, like, steps around, and let's say, okay, you're a newbie, right? If you're a newbie, then that's one thing, but, well, let's be very real. How long are you gonna be that much of a newbie? Your first night? Maybe your first week? But as you gain experience, you'll realize that, wait, I'm basically the only thing that is making this, these sounds. Because for zombies, for skeletons, for basically every other mob other than you, they have additional sounds to it, except the creeper, which is what makes them stealthy. However, what I'm saying is, if you somehow hear sounds that come from what you only know to be yourself as the source, and your cortisol doesn't fucking spike like you just realized Jason Voorhees cracked open your fucking what do you even call it? Smart diary? Whatever, you get the idea. Like, you're kind of maybe in the wrong field. And this is, I don't like this argument because it is a bit slogan-like, but it also is kind of true. Creepers are fucking great as antagonists in Minecraft, because Minecraft is a game about creation. So obviously a creature that destroys, and not just, you know, oh yeah, just plug up this hole real quick. But actually, like, you know, say goodbye to your stuff, because they only drop an amount of the blocks they destroy. But yeah, it, like, that much destruction for a game about creation makes for a perfect fucking antagonist, you know? And even setting that aside, a lot of the people who use the argument are like, But yeah, because all the creeper does like come up to you and explode. And hold on, like they use they use the Phantom as a comparison. But the thing is, what does a Phantom give you? That's why people don't talk about the Phantom's drops. The Phantom gives you whatchamacallit, oh shit. Sorry, also solving something else. But yeah, I was saying, the creeper, being this destructive, like I said, works. But even setting that aside, the comparison. So people compare the creeper to the what's it called, the Phantom, because oh yeah, look at the Phantom. People hate the Phantom too, and you can't technically like yeah. Hold the fuck up. For one, the Phantom only ever like it gives you Phantom membranes and adds no like significant gameplay, and it also only affects like I don't know how often. Like if you gave a specific area where you actually have to deal with phantoms, but you also, let's say, have a reason to actively like stay awake even more. Let's say an area with more with more mobs at night. So you can go and farm without making a mob farm like some fucking, I don't know. I don't like mob farms. They feel so kind of antithetical. Anyways, then people wouldn't fucking hate them. Because guess what? Now they are an element that, increases your difficulty and creates challenge and everything. Obviously, there'll still be people argue against them, but the thing is, again, they'd be within a context that actually highlights them. Not just that, if they had a drop that was like worth half a damn, then again, they wouldn't be as hated because, well, a good drop's a good drop. And if it's a great drop, then you can afford to make it annoying to get. Phantom membranes are not that. Meanwhile, creepers, when not only creepers, yeah, when dropped, they give you gunpowder. And I've heard people use the argument that, well, you can get gunpowder through other means. I mean, yeah, in Vintage Story, you get it by grinding up sulfur and charcoal. But the thing is, Vintage Story, Minecraft is not, nor does it try to be. And to have such a, frankly, mundane way of obtaining it would not be actually that enjoyable. Or it might be, but it wouldn't really fit the idea of Minecraft that many people have, which is the kind of Minecraft is the kind of game that you like play and then something in it randomly actually matches up with reality, and you go like, oh hey, that is actually canon with our world. That's neat. You need to actually like just mix sulfur and coal or charcoal is really not that good for that. And why I'm here, talking like defending the creeper, because the creeper's introduction adds what's it called, gunpowder, which in turn adds so many other mechanics. And that's really what makes it great, because you don't just have gunpowder and TNT, which I actually think TNTs are kind of lame in Minecraft, because they're like, expensive to make and don't affect that large an area, and they're just not good for their seeming intended purpose. But in the meantime, you still have, splashing potions or what's it called? Fireworks. That's another one. Honestly, I don't think you need more than that, because the splashing potion of weakness, like, you know, it's kind of really fucking useful and good. Which again is not something that the Phantom can boast about. And furthermore, it's not just that, but also you have what's it called? Brain, please. My brain has stopped like cooperating. But yeah, point is, you also have charge creepers, which are the only source of heads in. Oh shit, let's go. I mean, don't mind if I do. I think I'm gonna make that endpoint area just a library. A nice big what's it called? Book box. But yeah. Where was I? Right. So there's quite a few differences, you know, between the Phantom and the Creeper. And again, the problem of this very fundamental premise is that the Creeper is only like not the player's fault when you die to it if you hold the player to a honestly comically low standard. But you're gonna be honest, makes sense for Minecraft to do when they're, you know, making a game for kids, but people online trying to argue for themselves kind of shouldn't be, maybe, you know, acting like they're little children. Holy shit, there's a lot of zinc here. And just can't really stand that, you know. Don't much like it. I smell you. I know you have more for me. Where is it? Okay, let me just check on something. There we go. By the way, I do want to ask, because, should I stop? I mean, it would be sensible. Oh, I'm smelling zinc. I need zinc. I refuse to have been wrong. Well, so I wanted to ask, because from time to time I'm tinkering with TTRPG system of my very own. It's basically supposed to be, well, is it a TTRPG when there's like the RPG part of it is just like building your character and you know, knocking heads. It's literally, and well, not literally, but it's pretty much entirely focused on combat. And do you guys think you'd find it interesting to have some streams where it's not about like me, you know, playing anything as much as it is just me working on the design of the thing and talking about my logic and reasoning and, you know, why I make various choices, and hell, maybe even analyze it, because there's always worth in looking deeper into why we make kind of knee-jerk choices. Like, I like this one conversation I had with a friend who honestly, I don't think he'll find that the system is for him, but one of the fundamentals of the system is that when you have to make a check, you want to roll lower than, you know, your, let's call it success threshold for the purpose of this conversation. Said threshold is calculated as a by just multiplying the relevant stat with the relevant skill. So, for example, if you try to punch someone, right, and the stat that you would do that with is grit, so you have something like 8 grit, right, which is, I'd say, like average. And then your whatchamacallit, your level in unarmed is respectable 3, right? You have 8 times 3, that's 24, and you then need to, you know, like, roll basically 1d20, and if the enemy has no, like, I call it elusiveness rating. It's basically like D&D armor class in that the higher you have it, the less likely you are to get hit. And every point in this rating makes it so that the check against you adds 1d10 to it. So you roll 1d20 plus however many d10s are required from the elusiveness, and if it's smaller than the resulting, than your success threshold, like I said, the product between your what's it called? Brain, please. Your stat and your skill. There we go. If it's lower than that, then you succeed. If it's an attack, the attack lands. But if it's higher, well, you might still succeed. If you kind of like overcommit to the attack, you know, think of it like the barbarians, the way barbarians reckless attack is often used by DMs, which frankly I think kind of defeats the initial balance purpose. But here it's directly stated, like, hey, you have this tool and you can use it as in reaction to your attack not landing to actually make it land. But this will, in this case, take you more resources. And, you know, other talks like this. Because, alright, I was saying, I was asked, right, why that system for calculating, you know, how easy a DC should be, how a check should be. Why, you know, skill times stat. And my answer was, well, I mean, it gives big numbers, and big numbers are fun. That's kind of it. Because, like, in my mind, the maximum in any stat is, like, 20. Which is very D&D, now that I think about it. But that's because the maximum in any skill is 7. So you have 7 times 20, 140. To even have a chance to miss that, an enemy would need an elusiveness rating of, like, fucking 12. Which is a fair bit higher than I kind of, at this point, pictured being. But I do also like the players having the opportunity to invest, because most of their time will be invested basically like training themselves to learn new skills and what are they called? Perks, essentially, because there's multiple ways to improve your character, both getting like new skills, new moves, as well as what are they called? Passives, in essence. One thing of important to note is that the what's it called? Oh shit, we are out of space. I didn't even notice. Okay, I'm not gonna stick around and mine out some more. I'm just gonna make my way home because I want to, and I'm very hungry. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Right. So yeah, that's kind of the way I'm making, and the main objective is to have basically like anime ass fights where you like, you know, knock someone through. Oh, cool, they take some extra damage, and that kind of stuff. Now, something that I need, or you know, I know I need to be wary of, is overcomplicating it, because while I want it to be mechanically satisfying, I don't want to fatal it. You know, the objective is to have. I mean, it'd be rude not to, you know. Because the objective is to have what's it called? Like, you know, to be mechanically satisfied, to have that experience of like, you know, creating your own shonen character. But also to actually be able to enjoy, like, to make a fight kinetic, right, in a TTRPG, you actually need the rounds to go like as fast as possible. And an ideal system, in my opinion, for a what's it called? Please, for an anime power fantasy, in essence, is the one where you mostly can go like quickly through the rounds, but there are also, you know, deeper elements to like sink your teeth into when it comes to strategy and think about it. Obviously the main objective is to actually make the system and see how players played, because that's kind of the funny thing. There's a joke that like even the best laid plans collapse in contact with players, and the same is very much true when it comes to design. And yeah, but currently I have a pretty big problem, because one of the systems that I really want here is basically learning and developing your skills, in that you would initially learn an ability, right, as it is, like punch someone really hard. But then you can master it and you gain access to the parts that make up that ability, such as punch someone and very hard, which you can then use in remixed abilities for oh dear. That's certainly a surprise. I'm just wait, did I put not in everything? Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna like waffle on about this particularly longer, but yeah, you can basically like what was I saying? You can basically just use. No, my brain just fucking gave up, man. This is fucking tragic. Holy shit. Okay, let's try this one last time. So what I am trying to say is that you like, right. So for the players that want to, there would end up being a system wherein you can learn your moves, yes, but then with them mastered, you can essentially remix them and have them like basically transform into different moves. And I think that's pretty cool, because it allows for, you know, more casual players to just enjoy the fun, just, you know, get what they find cool in the skill tree. But then players who actually want to sink their teeth into the system, they can also do that. And it also goes to kind of reflect my vision when it comes to what's it called? When it comes to martial arts in general and just fighting, wherein, you know, you're supposed to start by copying what you see from others, what is already there. But later on, as you gain in skill and experience, okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4, that's, I think that should be it. Yeah, let's go. Once you get to, a certain level, you can start actually, doing your own thing. And I just think that's really fucking cool. Alright, let's stack these up. Real good. And get us that glass. I'm just gonna take a stack. I'm gonna need to make a new round of charcoal. I don't have a kiln for pit for it. Well, regardless. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned, but you might hear that my voice is kind of fucked. The main reason for that is apparently I'm one of the people who have a pretty bad reaction to a certain medication that I was given for my nose. And the result is that my body reacts as if it's got the flu. And the result of that is just like a lot of coughing and sputtering, and yeah, I basically end up running my throat horse. Regardless. Thank you all so much for coming. Sorry for the delay and the short stream, but I am very hungry. And I also have cat herding in like 2 hours. Hopefully next week should be fine. Hopefully my voice shouldn't sound like a dying goose. And I wish you all a lovely week ahead of you. Because, well, at least I know I'm gonna need it. Also, an early, I guess, what is it, the like well wishes for Happy National Day for my fellow Romanians. But yeah, I'll be seeing you all. I'm gonna be honest, fellas, I really am looking forward to hearing how I sound this stream. Because I might be enjoying this voice. Especially because I want to try and do a, like, English Yu Yu Hakusho dub voice for younger Toguro. Go something like, well, you see, real power is... I can't do it. What the fuck? Holy shit, my voice might actually be giving up. What was the quote? The strength to overcome, the strength to make all tactics useless. That is true strength. Yeah, it's not panning out. Well, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to be quiet for like 2 hours.